Gallagher's Boxty House, we use lamb for our Irish stew. Traditionally you would have used mutton, but lamb cooks, you can get a nice neck of lamb, a nice cheap cut of lamb is probably better for stew because you're going to boil this, or simmer it I should say, for about an hour and a half, 90 minutes. Brown your meat. I add a little bit of thyme in when I'm browning the meat. Get a nice colour going on that. I add in my parsley then. You've got a fatty meat, it absorbs out of the fat. It's very good for it. You know, how Irish can you get with that? Then we're in some onion. I've got about half a kilo of lamb in there. I use about 250 grams of onion. I put leek in mine as well. Again, about 200 grams of leek. Leek gives a lovely flavour on it, a beautiful flavour to the meat. And leeks are, you know, they're more traditional in Ireland than any potato. We put a bit of barley in ours as well, about 20 grams to mix. A little bit of salt in here. I'm going to add in half the potatoes. The reason I add in half at the start is this is going to boil for 90 minutes. You put in all your potatoes, you know, they'll all just turn to mush. I want these ones to break it down and thicken it. We're not using a roux for this. There's no flour in ours. If you hadn't the barley, it would be celiac friendly. Again, about another 200 grams of carrot. And to finish it off, I've got a nice stock here. Chicken stock's good. You know, there's about a litre in this here. If you need a bit more, you can add a bit of water. If you're cooking it with bones, if you're cooking it with a chop, you know, which would have been traditional, you don't need a stock. Just add water because you're going to get stock. You're going to get good, great extract from those bones. That's an Irish stew. All you need with this now is a little bit of time, patience. 90 minutes, let it simmer, bring it up to the boil. Don't let it boil, let it simmer. You can pop it in the oven at 120 for an hour, 2 hours. This is traditional, original Irish slow cooking. 30 minutes before the stew finishes, add in the rest of the potatoes. You want these to be whole, you want to crunch them. The potatoes that go in at the start will thicken it. There's nothing better than the potato to thicken a stew. And the Irish stew is finished. Just simmer away. It'll continue to cook. The only thing that'll happen is the potatoes will break down a little bit further. But if you want to get them out, you can get a nice, lovely bit of Irish stew. Absolutely delicious. Very simple meal, a one-pot wonder.